Crisis on Earth X is the 4th annual Arrowverse crossover event featuring Supergirl, The Flash, Arrow, and Legends of Tomorrow. It began on Monday and ended last night. So, yeah, now they have had multiple crossovers in the past. We have, of course, multiple crossovers here. The Arrowverse, as you all know, is a shared fictional universe. So, we have some main crossovers here. We've had a lot of them. Flash vs. Arrow, Heroes Join Forces, The World's Finest, Invasion last year, and Duet, which was this year. And I enjoyed all those crossovers here. So how does this one stand out? Basic story of this crossover is Barry and Iris's wedding brings the gang together, but things go horribly wrong when the villains from Earth X attacks the ceremony, and so all of the superheroes band together with the help from other superheroes: Citizen Cold, The Ray, Iris West, Alex Danvers, Felicity Smoke, to take on the most formidable villains yet. Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Green Arrow, Supergirl, The Flash, and White Canary, and their teams go into battle to save the world. This is the only... Now, and Earth X is basically a world where Germany won World War II, and Green Arrow and The Flash, Supergirl are evil. And it was first referenced in World's Finest. This crossover was great. All 4 parts were awesome. This crossover was awesome. Now, I do have some to nitpick a bit. Felicity. And spoilers, by the way, if you have yet to see this crossover, don't watch this. But if you have seen it, I can tell you. Okay, Oliver proposes to Felicity. And Felicity not only says no, but she says it in the most disrespectful way imaginable. And I'm pretty sure it's the writer's fault, because people's complaining about Felicity being a jerk and being annoying, and people's complaining about Iris being annoying and a jerk. That's not true. I think Candice, Patton, and Emily Rickards, they're doing great in their roles. It's just the way they're written, but hopefully they can clean that up. And my reaction when she said it, I was like, you are so wrong. And also, I couldn't help but think that, wow, Felicity said no to you, Oliver. I think maybe it's time for somebody to find Black Siren and completely 100% change her, and that way he can marry Laurel. Because I can't help but think that this relationship between Oliver and Felicity is kind of iffy on me. Because Oliver and Laurel's relationship was pretty good. And I was hoping they would get married. But because what they did on season 4 to Caity, that's not going to happen. But I do have to say I'm pretty satisfied with how it turns out. I guess another nitpick I have to complain about is this whole thing with Alex and Sarah. Now, Alex, I like Chyler Leigh in the role, but she was kind of whiny here, her and this guy. I thought we learned from Alex and Maggie, and I know she's upset because Maggie and her didn't get married, and I know some fans of Alex and Maggie didn't get to see that, but I was happy that they didn't go that route. But to have this relationship with her and Sarah just doesn't play out for me. I'm sorry, it doesn't really play out for me. It doesn't really go anywhere. It just kind of goes like, whatever. I'm like, wow. But everything else is really good too. I loved the evil versions of Arrow and the Flash and Supergirl. It was great seeing Melissa Benoist play two different versions of the same exact character. Even though, another nitpick, I have to say that from Supergirl, Caity McGrath and Odette Annabelle for Superman wasn't here. Neil Sandilands from The Flash was not here. And Willa Holland and Katie Cassie wasn't here. I do kind of wish Thea and Black Siren was in this crossover. Even though Black Siren is technically Earth 2 Laurel, I kind of wish they were all of those actors in here. But it was great seeing Chris Wood here. Great seeing Jeremy Jordan here. Everyone did a good job. I like this premise here. I loved it. I just had a really good time. Now, Juliana Harkavy as Dina Drake, the new Black Canary. I like her, but Kay Lotz and Kay Cassie were the better Black Canaries. But I do have to say Melissa Benoist as Cara Danvers, Supergirl and Overgirl is pretty good. You got everyone in here. You got Martian Manhunter, but he's not mentioned again. I loved all the cast in here. Carlos Cisco was pretty funny. A lot of kids being funny. And Melissa Benoist sings again, that was pretty awesome. She sings the song that Barry sang to her at the end of the Flash Supergirl musical crossover. It's really awesome. And Melissa's singing voice is incredible. Diggle got something to do, even though he could have done a little more. But I have to say that I was okay with him. Because, as we all know, he retired. Oliver retired from being Green Arrow. And Diggle's been Green Arrow. But I want to see Oliver come back as Green Arrow. Brandon Routh, again, he was great here. Steel was pretty good. All of the heroes were great. But the main standouts were Carr, Barry, Oliver, Felicity, the Atom, of course, and Firestorm, and, of course, Sarah Lance, White Canary, Katie Lotz. What can I say about Katie Lotz? This is an actress that's gone from dancing in Avril Lavigne videos to having her own singing group. Yes, I did look that up. She is a singer, and she's a really good martial artist. So that was very cool that they hired a martial artist to play White Canary. And I loved Sarah Lance ever since Arrow season 2. And it's great that they're keeping her around. I'm very happy they're keeping her around. And I'm very happy that they brought Katie Cassie back, even though she's not in this crossover. Again, I wish she was. But the acting was great. The music was great. The effects are great. I love the story here. And there is a character death in here. The death of Martin Stein is very, very heavy. And my reaction towards him dying was like, wow. And they had to go this route at some point because Victor Garber, he did announce he was leaving the show. So they went that route, and I'm okay with it. Now, everything else is still pretty good. I like how everything played out in here. It was pretty good. I was entertained. I can't deny that there was not any entertainment value. It was pretty awesome. All of the good things outweighs the bad stuff I have problems with. So I have to sit here and give this movie a higher score because this crossover was awesome. It's really awesome. So I will give Crisis on Earth X my JD Rainbow Silver approval. The only nitpicks I have is that the whole thing with Sarah Alex, didn't care about it. Alex whining, Felicity doing all that whining, and yeah. So that was my review of Crisis on Earth X. I didn't want to go too in depth because I want to make this as short as possible and simple as possible. So let me know what you guys think of this movie down below. I mean, this crossover down below. It kind of feels like a movie with all 4 parts. Check all 4 parts. You probably get like 3.5 hour long or 2.5 hour long Arrowverse movie. This is like the DC CW Justice League of the DC franchise. And yeah, I love the Justice League movie despite its problems, and I like this one despite its problems. So let me know what you guys think of Crisis on Earth X, and I will see you guys later. And if you like this, you can come here and we can have a good time. I will see you guys for more.